Hello guys, Euro USD. So Euro USD, we're gonna be analyzing Euro USD. So the first thing first that you need to look at, or what makes my life a bit easier or less challenging, is that I try by all means to follow the direction of the trend. It makes my life a bit easier. Ukuthi analyzing as with okay, I'm following a certain trend. This one is just simple and straightforward. We are going down. We are in a what? In a downtrend. This is what we are in a downtrend. So hence I said earlier on to say, once you see the market head the break of structure, know that when it's going towards the upside, it's definitely coming back at some point. It doesn't matter, it's gonna come back here and go down, it's gonna come back here and go down, it's gonna come back here and go down, as long as it did not break above this point. Therefore, we're still in a downtrend. But the moment it breaks above this previous high, therefore, which means now you should be thinking differently to say, okay, even if in this case if it breaks above right here, therefore, and then it's somewhere here, then you should know what, okay, the overall direction now it's in an uptrend because we broke above this point. So at some point the market is gonna break and shoot all the way to the upside. So in this case right now, I'm seeing a break of structure. So this market has been coming down, coming down, coming down. But in the last break of structure, there's no need for me to be explaining whatever that was happening before. But I'm interested in this point right here. See right here, there was a what? There was a break of structure. So the market had a what? Has this high right here. The market has this high. The market has got this low right here, and then the market had this lower high right here, and then the market had what? The market had the lower low right here. So based on this structure right here, the more we go to a lower time frame, I'm gonna show it to you, but this is going to be our lower high. So there is highly chances to say the market might possibly push all the way to this point right here, but we're going to go to the lower time frame and get to see what is it possible that the Euro USD it can come push all the way to this point right here. Okay, so what we need to do now, we're gonna go to our Euro USD. Okay, let's do this. Let's remove these, and then we have this as your last impulsive move. So even if you can use a Fibonacci retracement, you will see what it may return somewhere at this golden zone. So this is our golden area zone. So that is where the market, you can see ukuthi yenze ama rejection khona. So let's do this thing now. So let's agree with each other to say we're only going to concentrate on this last part of the group, this being an impulsive move, and then this being the correction phase of the market. So now we are going to try to study the correction phase of the market so that we can be able to catch another impulsive move towards the downside. That's what we are going to do at the moment, to try and catch another impulsive towards the downside. So how do we do that? We're going to do that by trying to follow the market structure as well. So how do we do that? We're going to follow, how do we see so if this impulsive move it was towards the downside, obviously the correction is going to be in a form of what? An uptrend. So let's go now. We have high, we've got this low, we've got a what? A high, we've got this low, we've got a what? We've got another high. So what happened? The market created this point right here, created this point right here. So what is that point has to do with what we are talking about? That point, once it breaks below this point right here, it's creating what we call the change of character. What we call the change of character. Once the market breaks the low in an uptrend, once the market breaks the higher low, the uptrend structure is going to collapse. It's going to change direction. Once we collapse that, once we break that leg of a higher low, therefore the market is going to be changing direction. In a downtrend, when the market is in a downtrend, once the market breaks the higher low, I mean the lower high. Therefore, that is going to collapse the structure of going towards the downside. The market is now going to be going towards the what? The upside. So that is the only thing you need to know or you need to understand. So in this case, as you can see, you can look at this thing, you can see something more like a head and shoulder kind of thing. So we have got like two confirmations so far to say now the market can be possibly be going towards the downside because we have these high, we've got this as a head, and then we've got this as another head towards the downside. So we have this head, I mean the shoulder, the head, and another shoulder right here. But what is more interesting is that on the right hand side of the shoulder, we have something again which looks more like a what? Which looks more like a head and shoulder again. So it's something which looks like this. If I may draw it for you, shoulder, head, and then something like this again, which is more like a a shoulder again. So we have this bigger shoulder, something like this. You have this bigger left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder going down. But the right shoulder, it has been formed with a what? A head and shoulder again. Shoulder, head, shoulder towards the downside. So which means this is the confirmation to say the right shoulder has come to an end. It's not going up. Because you would never know. You would never know. You would never know when will the thing go up. Because if let's say you have a shoulder, a right shoulder, I mean the left shoulder, and then you've got your head. The market can come down to this point, and then now it starts doing this. So how will you know that to say the market now it has come, it's gonna come down, or that is the end of this move towards the upside? Because this doesn't mean that the market is going to reject right here. It doesn't necessarily mean that ukuthi the market is going to reject that one. The market is going to follow a structure as long as it keeps on breaking above the previous higher highs, which means it's still going. The moment it keeps on breaking above, which means it's still going until it does what? Until it forms maybe a head and shoulder, or until it forms a double top, or it forms something. That's when now you would know that okay, now the market has formed the what? The head and shoulder. So which means we are going down, or the market has formed the double top, therefore which means now we are going down. So that's what I'm trying to say by that, that we have this head and shoulder, the bigger one. But again, this move that is making the right shoulder, we didn't know when will it end because it can keep on going up, you see. But now because it has given us the sign of what in head and shoulder, therefore which means we know for sure okay, that has come to an end. Okay, so you're gonna pass on that. So this was the change of character, explain it. So this was more like a head and shoulder, okay, kind of thing. But okay, now let's just go to a daily time frame to stick to what I'm trying to say. Okay, before we go to the daily time frame, let me show you this. Since well, this is a head and shoulder kind of thing, shoulder, head, shoulder, therefore which means, excuse me, the market is going down, therefore which means we need to have some sort of like what? A neckline. So which means on this side we have the what? The neckline that was broken. We have the neckline which was broken. So we're gonna go to a daily time frame. So on a daily time frame, we have something which looks like this. So this is our neckline which was broken. So this is our neckline which was broken. So kule neckline le which was broken, we have what we are expecting to see what we are expecting to see the market maybe going towards the downside bese iyabuya izokwenzani izoretesta this neckline. But again, in this situation, it's a very such a good structure in a way that we're going to be retesting the neckline, yes, but again we have a certain structure here. If you can look at this impulsive move, because this is going to be impulsive, this being a correction, and then this is going to be a new impulsive, and then we're still expecting to see the correction and then the market to shoot towards the downside. So if you can have a look, is that we're still going to be retesting the what? The previous low of this market. So this is such a good confluence to say the market, while it is retesting this previous low, is going to be retesting the what? the neckline as well to be going toward the downside, but we're gonna be going towards the 4 hour time frame. But for now, this is what I wanted you guys to have a clear picture of. This is what I wanted you guys to have a clear picture of. So we can now, since when we understand that this whole thing was more like of a right hand shoulder, and then we have confirmed to say the market is going towards the downside. Therefore, we can erase everything and just concentrate on the movement which is going to the downside. So we have this high, we've got this low, and then we've got this high again. So what are we expecting to see? We are actually expecting to see, usually what I usually do this just to size or just to check how big will the move, the prediction of the move, something like this. So usually the market, once it gives an impulsive correction, the size of the impulsive move, usually it becomes the size or more likely to be the same size of the previous impulsive move. So maybe the market, probably we're gonna be expecting. Let's just go to let's do this. We have this structure. The bigger structure is this one. We are expecting to see something which looks like this, and then at the end of the day we want to see this move retesting this high, and then we go towards the downside if the market is still going to be showing all the signs to say it wants to go to the downside. As you can see, though, this was an impulsive correction, therefore this is an impulsive move. So we're going to concentrate on this impulsive move to be looking forward for continuation patterns or for the retest of the previous low, so that we can carry on trade towards the downside. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do this, going to take this high right here. Let's go to 4 hour time frame, because we already know that we are in an impulsive move of this chart right here. So what we're going to do is that we are going to take this as our low, so which means this has been an impulsive move, and then the market corrected it to this point right here. The market gave us this a correction to this point right here. So what we are expecting to see, we are expecting to see the market at some point coming. We are expecting to see the market at some point coming, maybe a expecting to see the market come now, maybe making a turn somewhere, and then it starts giving us something more like a continuation pattern towards the upside. So it can maybe come retest this previous low, or it can even pass. It's just a matter of you understanding what now the market is giving you a certain sign, maybe the double top and the neckline, and then you're going to enter on the neckline retest, obviously, and go down all the way towards the downside. But for now, there is no way I can say you should enter selling opportunities because this thing is going down. Yes, it can be going down, but how are you going to enter then? Because the best possible way to enter is for you to wait for a market to give you some sort of like a correction, or it show the market showing you the exhaustion, like good to say that now the market is trying to regain its strength before it shoots towards your direction. Maybe like retesting this point, going towards the downside, something like that. So you can't just enter in any market. But let's go to a 2 hour time frame. Keep on going to the lower time frame, because there's nothing much to be doing now, but we're just gonna be going towards the downtime, towards the smaller time frame, just to see what is the market anytime planning to give us some sort of like um reversal patterns or something. So this is what can happen, right, guys? So if you can trade, like if the market can fail to break below this point right now, let's just say, because let's just say if the market can decide to fail to break below this point right here, come on. If let's say the market, it can do this something like the, let me zoom this thing in. Because this thing, it's all about the matter of understanding, guys. Like in this case right now, you can see obviously the market gave us this rejection right here, ne? And then it came created this high. Okay, let's do it this way. Let me show you this thing like this. let me show you this thing like this on how can I enter this trade on this 15 minutes time frame. I just want to show you like how I usually take my entries. Let's say now we're going to concentrate on this structure right here. You see, we have got this, we have got this sorry, this low, this lower low, let's say this low, this high. Ish. Start it here. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this point, we've got this point, we've got this point, we've got this point. You see what happened right here? The market decided to break above this previous high. What does this mean? This simply means that to say the market has got like less chances, or we have broken the pattern of the market going towards the downside. So there's a highly possibility to say the market it can be going all the way up. But how then do we enter that kind of a trade? If we can have a look at this one, I don't know if this market is kind of in a form of like ranging market or something, but I wanted you to see the lower lows towards the downside. Okay, let's do it this way for now because the market is not giving a clear lower lows and the lower highs. Let's do it this way. As you can see, I feel like it's more like it's doing something like this. But the fact that the moment this market has broken above this high right here, there is a highly chances to say the market is going to be going up. But it can only be going up if it comes and breaks above this one. Like if let's say now the market it decides to give me a strong put candle to close above this point right here. Therefore, I would know for sure the market is going to be going where. Remember what we saw on a 4-hour time frame. We said the market still needs to come to a to retest this point. That's what we saw on a higher time frame, and then the market it still needs to continue to go towards the downside. But we don't want to wait maybe for that long just for the market to come to get to this point. So we want to make use of these trades of a lower time frame. So what we're going to need to do is that we need to understand the structure of what we are dealing with. The market shouldn't this market mustn't come and close below. Once it come and close below this point, therefore we have got chances to say the market is still going to continue to go towards the downside. The market is still has got like high chances to continue to go towards the downside. So now in this case, we wanted to see the market coming, failing maybe to break below this point right here, failing to break below this point, below this point right here. And then once it moves and breaks above the certain high, like lower low, lower high, lower low, once it comes breaks below this lower a certain lower high, therefore we know for sure Uguti we will be shooting all the way to go and retest that previous um that previous lower low. Yeah, well, so there is a highly chances to say the market is gonna be going towards the upside because the structure it allowing us that to say is yona. Yeah, well, so you just need to understand that, guys. You just need to understand that, guys, at the moment. But I see the market coming to this point right here, and then be shooting all the way towards the downside again. That is what I'm so 100% sure about it. Yabo. But now you can still look at the 15 minutes time frame structure, and then you can see Oguti, the market broke above this previous high, and then now it's kind of in a consolidation form. So the moment it breaks above this point right here, therefore we will be going to our direction. So even myself, I can add some alert here for the market to alert me to say the market is breaking above that high right there. You know? So I will wait and see. But I think when the market breaks above this point, or when it giving me a strong candle closing above this high right here, I can take that risk and say I want to. But I won't aim for too much. I will just aim for 1:2. 1:2.5. Yeah, 1:2.5. That is what I'm going to aim for. So yeah, Euro USD for now on a lower time frame, this is how it looks. But on a higher time frame, we should know what we are looking for this so that we can shoot all the way towards the downside. So yeah, I will also post this on my YouTube channel, guys. Thank you.